Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Thanks for joining me for my Try It Out Tuesday. Today we're trying out a stamp set from Spellbinders. It's a stamp and die set, and it's called Birds of a Feather. Super cute. It has coordinating dies and fun sentiments. I picked up two of these because they were on sale, and I wanted to do a giveaway. One for me, one for you guys. And so I'm going to share one of these with one lucky person who leaves a comment down below, and I'll talk a little bit more about the details of my giveaway at the end of the video. So for now, we're going to open up our little package here and take a look at this little set. Just going to slide it out. The stamp set alone is red rubber, and I like red rubber because of the fine detail lines that it creates. There's 3 sentiments actually in the stamp set. I'm only going to use 2. 2 can do it, and you got this. I'm going to take both the leaves, both the hearts, and then the little toucan, and we're going to do some stamping. I'm stamping with some VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and the cardstock that I'm using today is my Strathmore Bristol Smooth cardstock. I'm stamping with VersaFine because I'm going to heat emboss with some clear embossing powder. Today's coloring, I'm going to be using my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers, and most of the time when I use these markers, I like to heat emboss the edges of my stamped images. Kind of creates a little well for my watercolor to kind of stay contained in, because I do have a tendency to get a little messy. But I'm just heat setting my embossing powder, and then we're going to do some coloring. Now, I'm using my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. I love the bright and vibrant colors that I can get with these. I'm going to do a little blending out with them using my water brush. But I left the colors up in the corner for you guys. I'm going to play a little bit of music, and when I'm done coloring, I will get you back. Okay, coloring is all done, and I just love the bright and vibrant colors. Okay, I'm going to take the coordinating dies and die cut them out. Now, this has 2 toucan dies. It'll cut out the toucan that you stamped, and then it has a shadow die also, which I think is super neat. It does come with the 2 little hearts that you can die cut out. Now the leaves, I'm just going to use my scissors and fussy cut those out. I'm just going to run this through my die cut machine, and we're ready to go. You can see here that this is the outline die. Creates a shadow, but for today's card I thought we could create a window with it. So I'm using a stitched rectangle die, and I cut out a panel, and I'm going to be using some black and white diagonal stripe paper to mat my panel on. I'm going to first lightly tack it using my tape runner, and then I'll take my paper trimmer and trim this down. This is about 1/8 of an inch border around my panel. I just wanted a little bit of that black and white to peek outside of my panel here. Okay, once we have this done, I'm going to take my shadow die, place it in the center towards the top. I'll tape it down and run both of these through my die cut machine, and I have a nice little window here. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. Now I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I'm going to be using a fishtail banner die. I'm going to die cut that out first, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Since this banner die you can't see where you're positioning your sentiment, sometimes it's easier to die cut it out first. But I'm just going to stamp "Two Can Do It." So cute. And again, I'll just use my same ink. I'm going to add a piece of double-sided foam tape behind my sentiment strip here, and then this is going to go right below my toucan. Well, my window toucan. Okay, for my card base today, I'm going to bring in some blue cardstock. Usually I use white, and I thought we'd shake it up a bit. But this is the Island Blue cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. I just created a card base by cutting it down the middle and then scoring it in half. I'm just going to remove the release paper. I did add foam tape behind this panel and placed it in the center of my card base. Now for my toucan, I'm going to use some foam squares, and I'm going to double them up. I want them to be one level higher than my panel that we taped down. And the neat thing about the shadow die is it will create a little little shadow behind my toucan, so you can see that Island Blue cardstock peeking from behind it. So it keeps it nice and bright. Okay, next we're going to use some foam squares, and we're going to add them right behind our hearts and give our little hearts some dimension. And the colors that I used for the hearts match that Island Blue cardstock beautifully. Okay, next I already added small pieces of foam adhesive behind my fussy cut leaves, and we're going to tuck these around our sentiment. I thought we'd bring a little bit of green around here. I'm going to put one more next to here. Then we have one left I want to tuck under the dew. Add our last little heart. I die cut 4 hearts out, but I'm only going to use 3 on the front. So when I have one left over, I thought we'll put it on the inside. So we're going to decorate the inside. I cut out a panel that was a little bit smaller than the inside of my cardstock, and I used my Nina 80-pound cardstock because it's a little bit thinner. But I'm just going to place this panel on the inside, just making sure it's straight. And then we're going to finish off the sentiment on the inside. I love the sentiment. You got this. I think it's super fun. Once this is stamped, I'm going to add some adhesive behind the small little heart. And I think in the middle is going to go great. And then that's the inside. So we have plenty of room to write our message. Okay, for finishing touches, now I'm using my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, and I have to tell you, if you do use a sparkle pen, it will move your color that you just laid down. It'll pick it up, so that's why I kept wiping it off. I just didn't want to blend those colors too much. I went over my hearts and the toucan eye with my glossy accents, and then that finishes off my card for today. Now, as far as the giveaway goes, all you have to do, guys, is just leave a comment down below. I appreciate all of you. You're very inspiring, and your comments are fantastic, and I look forward to, I read every one of them, and I may not get back to you, but I do appreciate them so much. So this is my thank you gift. But all you have to do is leave a comment down below. The giveaway will close on Wednesday, May 2nd at midnight, and then on Friday I'll do a random drawing and pick a winner, and I'll notify you via the comment section. So keep a lookout for that. Have a fantastic day, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. We will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.